Next on ITV, the latest news headlines. Then airplane meets carry-on in the hospital comedy Young Doctors in Love.
Thomas Cook are offering up to £260 off next summer's holidays. So it won't cost you a fortune to bear all.
Oh, no.
Oh, no!
Oh, no.
I'll give you a hand, Mum.
What, with that bleach cleaner?
What's wrong?
You're going to need Flash for this greasy mess. Just watch Flash shift this lot.
Hey, that's not fair.
Aha.
I am trying, Mum.
I know. Don't do things by halves. Next time, use Flash.
What next time?
Flash cleans greasy grime in half the time.
Only at the MFI sale. Lowest prices guaranteed on Hygiena bedrooms. Up to 50% off. The MFI sale. Now on.
Take one.
This is Paul Thatcher reporting for Radion News at the Thatcher Radion commercial.
At the Great Garage Clean-Up.
When you finish that, can you clear this side?
Got it? Oh, Dad. Do you mind?
Good smell. Look at that.
Nearly finished now.
Shirt for Radion, you for the bath. In go the clothes. Phew, crikey.
Oh, get out.
And there the Radion.
Any comments, Mr. and Mrs. Thatcher?
There's no dirt.
And, no smells.
And there you have it.
Radion removes dirt and odours.
I'm a couch potato, and I love football. Never miss a match on the box. Lovely with the odd snack or two.
I'm a gerbil and I'm not too keen on football. I much prefer my young with a bowl of muesli crunch.
Me? I play football, get plenty of exercise and watch what I eat, like healthy options from Bird's Eye. This one's spaghetti bolognese. Low-fat, man-sized, delicious.
Why be a couch potato or a gerbil?
I once played table football. Terribly rough.
Take the healthy option.
If you're sat around at home, make new friends on the telephone.
0898 550055. Track that.
What a wonderfully rich aroma. New Maxwell House classic. I love the classics. And I love this rich taste. How can one describe such classic richness? Shakespeare would have put it so well. Is there a sonnet to richness, to stir the emotions and stimulate the senses? This richness so deep, this richness so...
Why use 50 words when 2 say it all? Max Richness.
The Hit Pack! With Paul Simon! 74 minutes of chart hits, including the #1 from Maria McKee. Hits from the Proclaimers, Deacon Blue, and the #1 from Berlin. And from Twin Peaks, the hit by Julie Cruz. They're all on the Hit Pack. Now that's where the hits are.
Here, Aidan Poly are offering up to £150 each of their summer holidays. Get away.
In the court of King Arthur, a terrifying legend comes to life, and a champion must be found.
Gawain, the god. It is you.
But the gallant knight must pass a greater test.
What woman in the world would not give all her gold to have at her behest so handsome a one as I hold here?
We have a covenant! I come to keep it!
The classic legend, Gawain and the Green Knight, tomorrow at 10:30 on ITV.
Hello. In a couple of minutes, our film is a very adult comedy in the soap vein. That's Young Doctors in Love. First, Anne Lucas at ITN has the latest news headlines.
President Bush will meet congressional leaders today to discuss the Gulf. It's thought they'll urge him to pursue a negotiated settlement. President Bush may announce he's sending Secretary of State James Baker to the region for talks with Gulf states' leaders. The Iraqis say they're still keen to talk.
We wanted to have a dialogue. We always wanted to have a dialogue. We always wanted to talk.
The Ministry of Defence has now asked naval reservists to volunteer for active duty because of the Gulf crisis. They've written to 2,500, but actually need some 500. If there aren't enough volunteers, there could be a formal call-up. King Hussein of Jordan, who arrived at Heathrow yesterday, has talks with the Prime Minister over lunch at Downing Street. He said there's still hope for peace and will press the government not to abandon its diplomatic efforts. The last hostage to be freed from Iraq has arrived home in Northern Ireland. Brian Duffy was jailed last month for illegally trying to flee the country. He was freed as a New Year gesture. Although he was greeted with champagne, Mr. Duffy said he really wanted a glass of Guinness. Scientists have been discussing the environmental damage a war in the Gulf might do. At a conference in London, experts said that if the Kuwaiti oil field was set alight, it could burn for a decade and cause the failure of the Asian monsoon rains.
Because of this tremendous amount of burning that takes place, there'll be a lot of consumption of oxygen. When there's a lot of consumption of oxygen, you start getting soot and smoke. This could then develop into a small little mini nuclear winter, whereby then below the smoke, you get a tremendous lowering of temperature.
The promoter Frank Warren has had his licence to manage boxers and stage bouts suspended in a dispute over money. The British Board of Boxing Control says Mr. Warren failed to hand over £10,000 to Tom Collins, the European light heavyweight champion. Mr. Warren claimed that as the fight was stopped, his television rights were worthless.
The agreement with the boxer was should the fight be televised, then he would get paid. The fight was never televised. And the facts of the matter are the board do not have a jurisdiction over this matter because I personally did not contract with the fighter.
That's all for now. We're back at 5 o'clock with morning news. Join us then if you can.
A look ahead to tomorrow and our two films beginning at midnight with Clint Eastwood in Tightrope, and then we have a fast-moving thriller, Nuclear Conspiracy. That's at 2:05. Tonight, though, it's comedy with Young Doctors in Love.